Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Great to see you. I wasn't live yesterday with the Coach on the Rocks simply because we were live for the Agile 101, quite a successful one, and I don't want to subject you to the torture of my voice too much. It's even too much for me, I think. Thank you for coming. Let me know that you're here. I say hi, and I can see quite a few of you joining, which is great. So today, I wanted to talk about money. No, I don't want to get you to give me money, or if you'd like to get our services, we're more than happy to oblige. But I would like to talk about price negotiations and price setting and stuff like that, because I think, if you offer services, the price is obviously one of the most important aspects of a service. You can have an amazing offer, you can have incredible, unique value, but you can price yourself out of a deal or possibly underprice what you're doing. This one number has a huge meaning for the deal itself. Um, you can't overstate it. And so I usually pay quite a bit of attention to it, especially when I'm offering stuff, but also when I'm buying, right? We'd like to know the price. And a lot of people just open an offer, a proposal, they just scroll through it to see the price, and then they read it having the price in mind. Whether I like it or not, that's what people do, and this is how people have been raised. So personally, I think we should pay a lot of attention where we're setting the price for our work and services and products and goods, and two, not be afraid to negotiate it. And this is where it's at, and this is the difficult bit. There's plenty of experts on negotiation. I don't think I'm okay. I'm reasonably good, but what's really interesting is when we negotiate the price internally inside our humble associate team. Now, this is where I go all out. I haggle, and haggle because I believe that this is just so important to set the price right. I'm obviously very open to change, and I basically behave like I don't know, an egg salesperson or a fishmonger on a market. I just, negotiate like I would negotiate for goats, back and forth. And some people, one of my colleagues, an ex partner, said, "Oh, TK, this is so awful. You always do this £2 36 back and forth on stuff." And I say, "Yeah, I do that because if I create, a situation where we constantly have to, I think argue, but negotiate the price, chances are it will be just right. Will hit the bullseye, as it said, right? Because, to be honest, for the most part, price is really subjective. Depends on the client, depends on the service. One of my business partners, my ex-business partner, said that we possibly should create a rate card to make it simpler. And I said, no, this is the last thing. You should simplify. You should actually make sure you and reflect the complexity in your discussion. By the way, if you have an opinion, put it there in the chat or give me a thumbs up so I know that you like what I'm saying. So essentially, I do haggle a lot when it comes to the price internally. We're using a Delphi process to be able to consider everything and also not to anchor each other on that. But the interesting thing that happens is I went to a meetup once, and I can't remember who was it with. An amazing person and a team of consultants dealing with the validation of software, essentially quality assurance. And they said some wonderful things, incredibly intelligent. But the main thing was that the opinion distance will increase social distance. So essentially, the more you disagree with someone, chances are they'll start liking you less. That's a problem for testers because they detect bugs and they just seem like something very negative. And it's a problem for me when I think we should spend quite a lot of time haggling for the price internally. With the client, I'm a bit more cautious, but internally, I do spend the time. Sometimes it's not great. I do suffer it, and if you have an opinion, let me know in the chat. But essentially, I believe you should pay attention to your price because your clients absolutely will. And recently, we had a situation when we have interviewed quite a few people for our website migration. We've made a decision, so hopefully you won't see any substantial changes on our website because it's a technology migration from Wix to WordPress. But yeah, the prices were important, and we have discounted a lot of people for being too expensive, but also for being too cheap because they were far away from what we had, and it was one of the main criteria. There's nothing wrong with that. The clients will pay attention, so do pay attention yourself, and don't be afraid to stand for your price in front of your team and in front of your clients. If you set the price right, hopefully you'll retain both. Thank you so much. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye bye.